everybody? Welcome in. This is BigFreeNation.com back here with another video, guys. Welcome back to, like I said, another video. And yeah, we got some stuff to talk about today. So obviously today is Wednesday, and if you guys haven't heard, today is the day that we talk about the NBA Finals and I give my official reaction on it. So like I said, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe button for me. Make sure you guys join the Discord and follow me on Twitch. I'm Miller28, so you guys don't miss any future content or anything just as that. Live streams, upload videos. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. I really do appreciate it. Also, make sure you guys, if you guys want to, which I know majority of you guys are because if you guys are NFL fans, make sure you guys go join the ESPN Fantasy. The number one way you guys can play fantasy football with us, it's ESPN. The links are descriptions. All you gotta do is you don't even have to pay for it. You just need your email and password to get in, and you have between now and September 2nd to join that, because once September 2nd comes, that's when we're going to do the draft and everything for that and get ready for the NFL season for the pick shows and the other videos. So like I said, make sure you guys join below that. All the links I previously just said will be in the link in the descriptions. But without further ado, let's go ahead and chit chat about the NBA Finals here real quick, and then yeah, that'll do it for today. Like I said, I do appreciate you guys for coming in, and yeah, let's talk some basketball here. Alright everybody, and we're back here for our last content for, I'm pretty sure I am right, well actually not the last content, because we're going to be looking at, I'm going to be doing another tier list rankings pretty soon, how every team's expectation was for me going into the season. I think that's going to be a video that I'm going to do next week, but yeah, that's probably going to be our last content of this year's NBA season. And we'll get to the awards too, like most surprising team, disappointing team. We'll do all that stuff too. So make sure to tune for that. Those videos coming out next week. But yeah, NBA Finals. The Thunder beats the Pacers in 7 games. Before then, if you guys haven't checked out our pick show, a lot of people picked us to win. That's for the Thunder to win the series in 5 or 4, and I do give a lot of credit to the Indiana Pacers. I thought they played really well. They did a lot of good things against this Oklahoma City Thunder team, which is something I wasn't really expecting early on this season or earlier in the year. But besides that, I thought the Pacers played well. I thought they had a legitimate shot to win this, and they actually did in Game 7. But we'll talk about Game 7 here in just a few moments. So yeah, in Game 1, Indiana came out with a surprise, ended up winning that game on 1 point. Absolutely, that game was phenomenal. I think OKC was kind of beating them up for a little bit, and then the Pacers came back and won that game. So like I said, give credit to Indiana right there for the comeback, stealing Game 1 on the road. That was pretty impressive by itself. And then Game 2, OKC responded, but I'm pretty sure we all expected this, right? We all expected OKC to bounce back, knowing that they can't go down to nothing going into Indiana, because then you will be in the danger zone to win that series. And then Game 3, Pacers bounced back and won at home. I'm not really shocked about that. You know, Indiana's actually been pretty darn good at protecting their home court in the postseason, so I'm not really surprised that they done it here in Game 3. They're 116 to 107. That's not a ass whooping, but that's a good, decent win there. Game 4, OKC ended up winning that game 111 to 104. And I think this was a huge win for OKC, just even have home court advantage back. You know, back in Game 1, Indiana stole home court advantage away from you, and I thought the Thunder did a pretty good job of responding on that. And then Game 4's win was actually huge for them, because one, you avoided go down 3-1, and then now you reclaim home court advantage. So that was a very excellent win there by the Thunder, and the win that they needed. So kind of glad that they got it. Game 5 was back in OKC, where the Thunder ended up taking that one 120 to 109. Yeah, I'm not shocked that the Thunder won that game either. You know, going back at home, pivotal game 5 because who knows if this series can end in 6. And if the Pacers would have gotten this, it would have been a huge advantage for them because the game 6 will be in Indiana, and who knows what can happen from there. So that was a big win there for the Thunder. I think that game was more necessary or more needed for the Thunder to win more than the Pacers. And the reason why I said that is because of Game 6. I wasn't expecting. I mean, maybe people were expecting the series to be over by then, but Indiana, I kind of lean towards Indiana winning this game because I would think that they would not let OKC just raise a championship, raise the trophy, do all that celebrating on their home floor. So give credit to Indiana, they did a really good job of doing that, really taking full responsibility of that. So, and then Game 7 was unfortunate, and like I said, we'll get into the Game 7 news. The Thunder ended up winning the championship 103-91. And I'll get my full opinions on it. We'll talk about stats here in a little bit, but I do want to get into my full reaction of the series. So like I said, this series is absolutely fantastic. It went back and forth. I was very thrilled about what I saw here in the NBA Finals with both teams. I thought both teams had great offensive moments. I thought both teams had great defensive moments. But like I said, congratulations to the Thunder. 2020, 5 NBA champs. You guys have completely earned it this season. Back in the regular season, probably about week 2, I called you guys the best team in basketball, and I think that's what it is, right? The Thunder, they're the best team in basketball. They won the championship, and it was clear and obvious. A team that's just dominated a fully packed Western Conference, and they went up there and they played as well as they did. They deserve that championship. Like I said, if you go into the West and you beat teams and you separate yourself from the West around the rest of the Western Conference, which is really hard to do in today's NBA, then you know that you're the best team in basketball. Meanwhile, for the Pacers, man, I kind of feel bad for the Pacers, and I'm pretty sure Pacers fans are right there with me. But I feel bad for Indy, and the only reason why I feel bad for Indy is because how hard they fought to get here, just for their unfortunate lose in Game 7, just to fall short one game to a championship. In that Game 7, I was actually rooting for Indiana to win, because I really wanted to see Indiana raise his first championship. I thought it would be pretty cool with Tyrese Haliburton and Pascal Siakam. So I was very entertained about what I could see from the Indiana in Game 7, and they were actually off to a phenomenal start. Like I said, they were hitting threes. They were actually doing good at start. But like I said, the unfortunate news for the Indiana Pacers, and I'll be honest, this has to be one of the most memorable playoffs for the Indiana Pacers, because how many late comebacks they had in this postseason was absolutely phenomenal. And of course, it had to come to an end on a very unfortunate situation where I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about here. But just in case you don't, I'm gonna say right away, Tyrese Haliburton got injured in the first quarter. I think he torn his Achilles, which means I do think he will be out to maybe 2027. And I don't want to say that, but I think I have to say that, which is very unfortunate. And plus, you already have 3 players. We already have 2 other players that are probably right there with them. But man, that one sucked. If I'm being honest, and I think OKC fans can agree with me with this here, if Tyrese Haliburton was playing that game, and he had 9 points in that game, and I think with 3 early threes, so he was playing really well up to the injury. But I think Pacers fan can say if Tyrese Haliburton was playing, any Thunder either would have won in a squeaker, or the Pacers would have won this game. Me personally, I think the Pacers would have won this game, because I thought the Pacers were right there with OKC in the first half of that game. What were they? They were actually up by 1 in the second half. So like I said, if I'm being honest, I think the Pacers win this game and win the series if Tyrese Haliburton wins that Game 7. But anyway, like I said, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I'm pretty sure he won NBA Finals MVP. I mean, he was sensational. I mean, he's just being Shai. And to be honest, I like what I'm seeing from Pascal Siakam from the Pacers. I really do. I think he's been phenomenal throughout the playoffs here. As we take a look more into the stats here, Like I said, SGA just being SGA here. I mean, there's really not much to get into. 30.5 points a game. Jalen Williams had that big game six, or I mean, a big game five, where he scored like 40 points in that game. But anyway, he was fantastic. 23.6 points a game. Shot the ball pretty efficiency. Not from three, but overall from the field, I thought he played well. Chet Holmgren came in huge, and I know he's been kind of in and out as of late, but Chet Holmgren, he came in some big games, and I think he really delivered some really good performances, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Same thing with Alex Caruso. I mean, 10 points for him. That's okay because you do have change in Jaden Williams, but 10 points is okay. I thought his defense was fantastic as well. Glorious Dort, you can say the same thing for him. Besides that, the rest of the Thunder were kind of in check a little bit, but at the same time, when you have like four outstanding same performers on your same team, I don't think it really matters. Meanwhile, for the Indiana Pacers, and like I said, I feel bad for Tyrese Halliburton. Sure, he only averaged 14, but I think he was just more than that, man. Every single time this man needed the big game, he got a big game, and he was actually absolutely fantastic. And for Tyrese Halliburton, I will say right now, I am very sad about your injury. I hope you do recover as fast as possible because I cannot wait to see you on the court again. Meanwhile, Pascal Siakam, I thought he was the. If the Pacers would have won the championship, I would think he would have won the Finals MVP because how consistent and good he was. I mean, he scored 19 points. Okay, 19.3 points. Okay, that's just 19 points a game, but he shot the ball efficiently. His 3-point percentage was up there. He played great defense. I mean, Pascal Siakam, he gave it his all in the NBA Finals. Bernard Mathurin, I thought came in huge in a couple games, especially in that game six. TJ McConnell, I mean, God Lord, what else do I explain about this man? TJ McConnell was absolutely phenomenal in the playoffs, especially in game seven where Tyrese Halliburton was out. This man completely just took over, and I think he made like 8 shots in a row. Besides that, his defense was fantastic. His intensity was fantastic. I mean, everything you want to see from TJ McConnell in the series was great. Andrew Nembhard came in with a couple big games. Same way as Obi Toppin. He came in when he needed to. And I was kind of disappointed in Miles Turner because I thought he was going to average a little bit more than 10.6. But, you know, it's a center, and I think you found out majority of, or I should say, he found out maybe majority of those times. So, okay, I guess I get it. Aaron Nesmith, I mean, I kind of expected a little bit more from him, but 9 points, okay, that gets not bad. But his 3-point percentage was definitely way lower than what I thought it was going to be. And besides that, I thought everybody played well, man. I thought the Pacers literally have a legitimate shot to win this series. And like I said, I do think Indiana does win this series if Tyrese Halliburton doesn't get injured. I think they actually do win that game seven because it looks like they were on pace of winning that game seven. But like I said, yeah, that's all I got for this reaction, man. Like I said, congratulations to the Thunder. I'm winning the whole thing. Like I said, you guys have been the best team in basketball, and there's just really nothing for much of me to get into here because, like I said, the NBA is over. We still have the draft. I will be doing a draft live reaction video. I believe I will be doing that, so make sure to stay tuned for that. The NBA draft actually starts today, so I'm gonna get this video out a little bit earlier, in time. But yeah, that's all I got here for the NBA Finals. Like I said, absolutely fantastic NBA Finals, and I hope we get something like this next year. But like I said, if you guys haven't already, that's going to go ahead and end it for the video. So, like I said, if you guys haven't already, make sure to hit the like, subscribe button for me, make sure to join the Discord, and all the links in the description, including NFL Fantasy. But without further ado, I'm going to hop out and get this thing in so you guys can watch it on time. This is BigManNation.com. Peace out, stay safe, and we'll see you guys in the next time. Peace out.